time I wanted to be vulnerable was dealing with my dad at the time as a teenager. He was an alcoholic, and being vulnerable to share that, it was really messing with me as a kid, seeing my dad in a different state of mind than what I was used to or what I thought him being a man was. And that really, thinking of him not just less of a man, but as a father and somebody that had to say, oh, I don't want to be like him. And because of that, that had me say, okay, being him is opposite of what I got to do, so I got to actually be closed. And being like my mom, who actually was more closed of a person than him. So, you know, a lot of factors came into me saying, you know, I can't be open about what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling as a teenager or as a soon-to-be young man, and not even living the life that I see I could live. So.
My mom, well, my parents, they passed away. My grandmother passed away as well, and my oldest brother passed away all before I turned 30. I'm 32. Well, I'll be 32 this year. And those vulnerable moments for me come when you want to reach out to somebody. You know, you want to reach out to your boys or just anybody, or like even having a friend. You know, it's hard sometimes to say, yo, like, I just want to talk, you know, or I just need a hug, or, you know, can you listen to me? Especially when, you know, we got to be out here, we got to hustle, you know, we got to grind, we got to do everything for ourselves, we got to go get to the bag. But in those times where you feel, where I felt lonely, it's like, you know, I'm rushing to support, I'm rushing to build myself, I'm rushing to build my dreams, but this part of me is empty, you know, and I need somebody to come and just be there, you know, because it's literally like nobody there. Who was there for me in those foundational like aspects, you know, mom, dad, oldest brother, grandmother. So in those moments is where I feel vulnerable, and it is still something that I'm growing through, you know, and that's where it's like, can I feel vulnerable? Can I call up my homie? It's like, yo, bro, listen, man, you know, I miss my mom, I miss my parents, you know, it's hard to call up my homies and say that, you know. I'm single. It's hard to, you know, call on a woman for that, you know, because that can be taken any way, any other way, you know what I mean? So those vulnerable moments are something that I'm still working through, you know? I'm still a work in progress, I'm getting better, but I'd be lying if those things still don't affect me.
Lights on. By the time I'm gone, by God I hope bygones can be bygones, and my life's representative of what it means to die strong. By along I write songs, praying sons don't try guns, stampeding through badlands, fulfilling prophecies that the good always die young. I live through shit, I really give myself moments to feel. So I love through shit cause it ignites moments to heal. The revelations of animosity towards my father, feeling he didn't bother, feeling I was the problem, cause I had only seen him twice, 3 times if you count pictures, never a physical fixture. It fucked me up cause I never knew his birthday or how to properly spell his name. Every time I filled important documents, put knots in my esophagus, sharp pains in my brain, contemplating leaving the space blank since he did the same. My heart never let me, my heart always gets me. Learned my mother kept him away and I never really knew why, but it doesn't matter if you love him, you fight for your child. Thank God the streets they had me running wild, cause anyway. Black man, you walk around with a chip, feeling far from a champion, blue as ever. From systematic blows to endeavors you putting forth to get your hustle on, not knowing your hustle wrong in the eyes of the people. But as long as the village don't crumble, I guess there's still time to see you glow before you have it burned. Many lessons to learn, and I pray your stripes earned righteously before hearing court is adjourned. May justice one day forever be in your favor, our favor, cause we all in prison. Our Father who art in heaven, or in our minds, and you know, we ain't unlocked that level of the brain yet. Until then, we running this race, ain't succumbed to the pain yet. But vision's a little blurry from the build up of the rain and the sweat. We'll work it out. Until then, keep the lights on.
Time where I wanted to be vulnerable, but I really couldn't, was when, you know, we all go through heartbreak. So when I got my heart broken, I wanted to go to somebody, anybody besides a woman, to vent. You know, like your homeboys, your homies, you know, the dudes that you rock with on a daily basis. But you really couldn't do that because it has a stigma. You know, it's kind of a stigma with it where, you know, you want to come to your homie and be like, damn, like, I really, really like Shorty, I really love her, and, you know, she broke my heart. But, you know, being younger, if you're not emotionally intelligent, you can't really go to your homie like that, especially if you're from the hood, if you're from the block. So, yeah, you know, I wish things could have been different or could be different, but it is what it is.
I actually had 3 surgeries, and on the 3rd surgery I was kind of scared about it, so I decided to share with my boys because I felt like we could be vulnerable like that with each other. I was hoping that the response I was going to get would be more of a brotherly kind of, you know, it's going to be okay, be confident, we're rooting for you. Instead, it became a joke, a big joke for them to make fun of me because a piece of skin had to get cut from my leg. And, you know, initially, I gave my boys grace. I said, you know what, whatever, it's not like that. It's just a surgery, and I'm just concerned about them having to cut me. And they just basically overruled any type of rationale that I was trying to give them and just continued making jokes about this surgery that I was going to have. And inside, I actually was pretty much crying inside because my boys disappointed me for the most part, because trusting people like that and being able to share, like, these are the people that I chose to share with. So the idea is that I wanted them to be the ones to be able to just uplift me and encourage me through that, but they did not. And I believe that it may have shaped my relationship with men as I was getting older. I was typically all about the hang, all about the chill, as long as the vibes were good. And I was always ready to hear people, but I did not share very much. I developed a type of personal silence and just decided that I wanted to be strong only around other men, because I figured, well, these are my boys, they're supposed to care about me. What do men that don't know me that well, what do they care? They'll probably be even worse. So I just decided to more so internalize everything, all my vulnerability, for a very long time, until recently I actually spoke about it within like the last week. And that happened when I was like 15.
Been staying stuck in my mind for so long, fighting to not be victim to choices I'm making. Living life up and down and realizing I look for others to validate me. So I'm done with that now, 'cause I've gone along, the pain it comes from waiting. With my mind's eye is found, as long as I'm around, grounds for elevating. No more looking outside, the hills as a night, done with medicating.
So there was no one thing per se, but if I had to focus on that, it would have to have been my relationship with my mother. Now, my mother and I haven't really talked about that because she was of a generation that you just can't have those kind of conversations with. So then I was forced to deal with it totally on my own. And that was okay with me. That was all right, because, I mean, like, being an only child, I learned to work on me. Okay, I couldn't blame my brothers or my sisters. You know, when I got into trouble about something, you know, it was always, you know, I had to own the shit. I had to own it myself, you know. And so I never had a problem with, you know, taking ownership of myself. However, what I did do, I recognized the fact that vulnerability allows you to be open to pain. Okay, and for a long time I had to suppress my pain for years, for decades. I mean decades. Okay, I suppressed my pain because to confront it for me ran the risks of insanity, mental health issues, okay? I remember there was a time in my life that I was never afraid of losing my life, but I was always afraid of losing my mind.
Sometimes I don't know how to feel. Sometimes I don't know just what's real. Feeling like my back's up against the wall. Feeling I don't know who to trust at all. Going through this world, yeah. Holding on to the shreds of my sanity. Can't let this world test my humanity. They trying. If I said I'd never fall in, I'd be lying. So even if you're not at home, this to let you know you're not alone. Sometimes it's peace inside a song. This is my 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 song.
And I can't deny the pieces. Even when I'm weakened, I'm searching every weekend. Wanna find me?
Head in my hand, God orchestrated, I follow the plan. Though the pain feels like I'm drowning on land, I am who I am. Even if it's for reasons I don't understand. All in this time, I'm cold in my prime. To live my best life, put it on the line. Put on a smile when I feel like I'm dying. Rolling my throat cause I'm trying to keep from crying. Pray I don't choke on my dreams. Things don't always what they seem. Won't grieve for you, but ain't thinking about me. Selfless or selfless can't fathom between. Perception's a hell of a drug. Doing my best just to say what I mean. Wipe the slate clean, ain't been transparent enough. Been wearing my heart on my cuff. Always been scared to get naked as fuck. Show them what's real, give them permission to feel. They think no one knows what the deal. Going bananas cause I can appeal to the sentiments. Not feeling at home in your tenement. If you ever need it for testament, I get the shit, but don't ever quit. This is my soul. This is my soul. This is my soul. This is my soul. This is my heart. This is my mind. I played my part, and I'm running that line. This is my soul. This is my soul. This is my peace. This is my hope.
The most vulnerable time I've ever had was when my son was first born. He basically, when he first came out, I'm signing a birth certificate, and I was vulnerable to everything that might happen or transpire in his life. Like all the pain, good times too. His life and my life flashed right before my eyes when I first seen him come out. His first cry and I'm signing that paper, that's when I was the most vulnerable. Because at that point, I created something, or God blessed me with something, or a person that came into the world and I had to take care of, a responsibility, a God-given responsibility. That was my most vulnerable time.